Hello everyone, I am Madison Allison. You can find me at Allison Second on Twitter. My professional life, I'm a second grade teacher at Friendship Elementary School in the Southern York County School District. This is my second full year of teaching now. I'm a graduate from Millersville University back in December of 2016, and I graduated with my early childhood education degree and also my special education degree. My personal life, I live in Helen, Pennsylvania, right by Wrightsville in the river. I live with my fiance, Brad. I am a fur mom to a chocolate lab named Bear. I'm a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan. I love to hike and be outdoors. I'm an antique hunter, so I love to repurpose old furniture. I'm a movie lover, and I love to relax at the beach. I'm thinking about the 7 strategies of assessment and learning. Focusing first on strategy number 1, to provide students with a clear and understandable vision of the learning target. This is something that I personally do every day in my classroom. I have a learning target posted for every single lesson that we do, and I provide them in an I can statement. So I can do this so that I can do this. And it has really helped my students, especially since they're younger, really have a true understanding of what it is we're learning and why we are learning it and why it actually matters to their life. Strategy number 2, use examples and models of strong and weak work. This is a strategy that I use during writing to show quality work with a high level writing and then one that needs some improvement to it. I want to try and use this strategy though more so out through everyday instruction, and also model creating a product for yourself. This is something that I do in my classroom as well, just because a lot of my students are visual learners and they need to see what is the expectation of them. The third strategy, which is to offer regular descriptive feedback during the learning. This is something that I feel that happens in my classroom, but mostly in some small group situations or in one-on-one instruction when it's immediate feedback rather than waiting a little bit of time. I think that I really agreed with the idea of providing students feedback before they are accountable for mastery. I feel that too many times we use our mastery assessments to assess if our students have learned from us or not, but we should be providing them feedback before, so that way they can look at what they are learning and how they can improve in the areas that they need to and how they can close that gap. For strategy number 4, which is to teach students to self-assess and set goals for next steps. If I had to choose probably a strategy that I need to improve in, it would be this strategy. My students being younger, sometimes it's hard for them to really reflect on their learning and really think about where do I need to go and how can I get better at this. But this is something that I'm going to definitely be working on in my classroom. It's really important because when the students are able to really self-assess, they're truly able to see their learning right in front of them and how they are able to become more successful in that. And I love that they included in the book that this is really important for those struggling students because they have so much achievement that they are going and striving for. So it's really important that they are really looking at their learning on their own. Strategy number 5, which is to use evidence of student learning needs to determine next steps in teaching. And I feel that this is something that I do on a daily basis. If I am using some sort of assessment, even if it's an informal assessment, using that to drive your instruction and see, okay, am I ready to move on or am I ready not to? And strategy number 6, which is design focused instruction followed by practice with feedback. So again, kind of focusing on those points and pieces of your lesson that you need to improve on based off of strategy number 5. And then number 7, which is to provide students opportunities to track, reflect, and share their learning process. This is a huge part of all the strategies coming together basically to really truly deepen their understanding. And I would love to incorporate this more into my classroom. Thank you, everyone.